Okay, so the glue arrived, so I've just finished off the headlining. That looks a lot better and nicely sealed up. Just got the piece at the back there, which is where the interior light's going to go, so I've left the hole there for that, but the rest of it is looking much better. So got a couple of little jobs to do in the cab first of all, so I'll just leave this here to all dry off. It doesn't take very long, but just give it a few hours and I'll go back into the cab and finish off a little bit in there before we reinstall this. Right, be back very shortly. Okay, so one of the things I really didn't like was this bare metal. This is for the filler cap, so it's obviously just covering over the pipe work, but I don't like it just sitting there bare metal. So I have some of this stretch carpet left and the glue's arrived, so let me cover this and make it look a bit prettier. Right, I'll back when I'm done it. Okay, there it is. Just got to trim the back side of it now just to fit it in place, but yeah, that was a big improvement rather than seeing bare white metal everywhere. Right, maybe have one or two other places to have a go at the same thing, but we'll see. Right, let's get on with the next job. What I have done is put the extra insulation upon the roof. So I'm just thinking about what to do about this white here, which is going to be visible. I don't know whether to cover that with cloth or not, but anyway, two minds at the moment. We will see, and then we can get the roof lining back in and get it wired up for the interior light. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Right, so I'm back working on the shower door because I need to just work out some sort of way of keeping it shut. So what I have bought is some, I don't know what it is, 30mm wide plastic strip. I'm trying to do this without a bit too long at the moment. And what I'm going to do is fit that to the edge of the post there to create the lip. And then I've got some some A+B magnetic strip. So they're both opposite. What on earth do you call it when it's magnet? I can't think. Somebody will tell me below anyway. Whatever it is anyway. So one's one orientation and the other one's a different one. So the tape will go down, one piece will go down on this plastic strip, the other one will go down on the door edge. So as this goes together, it should just be magnetically held. That also forms a water seal. So yeah, that should be nice solution. So I just need to trim this to size, and then we'll glue this to the metal post, and I'm just waiting for the magnetic strip to arrive from Temu, of course. Right, so that's that job done, and I've got a couple of other just small pieces to finish off. I've got to put the shower hose and its bracket in place, so that's the next thing to be done. And yeah, I think we're pretty much there then. I'll just be able to give it a good test, make sure it's all working okay. I haven't tested the hot water heater yet, so I do need to do that. But I've cleaned out the fresh water tank, as you'll know from a previous episode, but I haven't filled it back up again yet, so that's the next job. Right, I will see you shortly when this is done. So something a little bit different today, just making sure that the water heater was working. So down here we have the drain valve that goes through to a pipe that just leads down below, draining the water for winter. That's the cold feed here that comes in from the pump, which is the pipe that I replaced underneath the floor. So that now comes out through this PVC pipe into the bottom of the water heater. This is a BS10 water heater, and that gets then heated up with a the gas, and as you can see down the bottom there, we've got a little leak. So I've got to sort that out shortly. Get my cloth and just keep that done. I've already sorted out the one at the top here, which is the hot water. That's now completely sealed, but I've got the bottom one to do as well. I was wondering why the pump was coming on every now and again, and that's what the reason. It's taken the cover off because, now this is interesting, the BS10 fitted to some models has a different control panel. It's the simplest control panel you can think of. It's just an on and an off. Switch it on and the light goes green. Switch it off and obviously it goes off. Put it on, and if there's a fault, then it goes red. So for example, when I first started this up, I left the outside cover on, and if you do that, then it won't ignite and this just goes red. So red is a fault condition. When it's green, obviously everything's working, and I can put my hand on the outside vent and feel the hot air coming through there, so that's doing good. It says it takes about 35 minutes to heat up the 10 litres of water, but now the question is, other models of this, also called BS10, are fitted with a secondary switch which allows you to switch between 50 degrees centigrade and 75 degrees centigrade. This doesn't have one, but I've got 4 wires coming through into the back of this. So I'm going to do a bit of research and see if we can actually put an extra switch on to switch it between 50 and 75. Obviously in the summer you don't need 75 degree water. We can save some gas by setting it to 50. So a little bit of investigation to see whether or not we can find the fix for that, and either put a different controller on or wire in a separate switch, because there are 4 wires. Now you'd think there would only be 3 if it was just an on-off and an illuminating light, but we'll check and see. So yeah, let's we'll work away at that. I was going to make sure that we've got hot water running through to the shower and into the sink, and if that's working okay, I can switch this off and sort out that leak at the bottom there. Right, I shall be back in a bit. So I've just taken a look on the Truma website, and it looks as though you can get a new control panel, but they're about €60. So I think in the meantime what I'm going to do is, this has obviously been connected in the past. Now Truma do sell the proper cables for these, and they're €25 each. So it's only wire. So I'm going to relocate the control panel and put it down here underneath that, and then take the cable through the back and then down into the compartment here, run it along the back here, and then just connect it up with another chocolate block. So yeah, that's going to be the next little job, because it's pointless having it floating around like it is now, and it might just as well be located along with all the other panels. So right, I'm going to get that sorted, find some wire, suitable wire, and then we'll get this bolted up there and made to look a bit better than it does at the moment. So yeah, okay, I will show you when it's all done. Right, so that's the controller fitted, along with all the other controls. So I won't see it working there. I won't. Hang on. Right, I won't let that run because I've just drained the water out, because at the same time I've just trimmed back some of these pipes and reattached them to stop the leak. I've checked that, not leaking. So I've got an extension for the wires. I couldn't find the same colour wires, but I decided that red could go to yellow and blue and white, so that would be fairly obvious. Anyway, I've run that in some conduit. Comes down here into some Wagyu connectors just at the bottom there, and then that goes up to the Truma control panel. And I'm going to look and see if I can do anything on the Truma to see if I can do the temperature selection, but that will have to wait for another day. Right, I think, looking at the way the weather's turning again, although we are promised some 20-degree weather by Tuesday, so maybe it's going to warm up a little bit, enable me to get outside and do some of the jobs out there. But let's see how we get on. I'll catch you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.